Hello, in this tutorial we're going to cover reels in the forwards weave direction. Starting in regular crow pose, that is with the hammer across the back of the neck, over the front of the shoulders, and then wrapped around the arms. Around the inside of the upper arm, then around the outside of the elbow, inside of the elbow, round the inside of the forearms, and then holding at the poi notes. From here you can use the puppy hammer just as you would use poi. If you are familiar with poi, then I recommend giving this a try. Now we are in regular crow pose, we can move on to reels, starting with reels in the forwards weave direction and the elbow reel in the front plane. Starting with one hand, we're going to use the direction of forwards, that's upwards and outwards. I recommend one additional wrap over the back of the hand. Starting from this position, throw the poi in the forwards direction. The poi will unwind once. You then need to move your hand close to the torso to stop it unwinding more. As the poi rotates, the tether will pass across the front of the forearm. Push down slightly with the forearm to maintain the spin. Keep the forearm at about shoulder height. This will help keep the elbow and the forearm in plane. So from the beginning, throw the poi in the forwards direction. Once you've thrown it, move the hand close to the torso. Now let's talk about the elbow reel in the back plane. So same as before, but I find it helpful to keep the hand further down and to really focus keeping the upper arm in plane and out of the path of the tether. Once you've had a few attempts at the elbow reel in the forwards and back plane, next is to try an elbow weave. This is to try and move the reel from the front plane to the back plane and alternate between. I find this to be easier than holding the reel in the front or the back plane, so don't feel you need to get either of them perfect before moving on to the weave. Next, transitioning between the reels. When the hand is at the torso, the reel is locked. When the hand is extended away from the torso, the reel is unlocked. When the reel is locked, the hammer will not be able to unwind from the arm. You will stay fixed in the elbow reel. If the reel is unlocked, the hammer will be able to unwind. Allowing the hammer to wind or unwind allows you to move between different reels. For example, elbow reel, shoulder reel, and neck reel. So, transitioning from elbow to shoulder reel. Putting in an elbow reel, move the hand away from the torso for one half rotation, then move the hand back to the torso. Initially, the reel is locked, the hand is close to the torso. Then unlock for one half rotation, and then lock again. This is now a shoulder reel. Practice the shoulder reel in the front and back plane, the same as you have done for the elbow reel. There is much more rotation at the waist required for the shoulder reels. Adjusting feet position can also help with this. Practice moving from the elbow reel to the shoulder reel. Maintaining a shoulder reel, then capturing into an elbow reel by extending the hand away from the torso, but this time into the back plane. I recommend spending some time practicing the transition between elbow weave and shoulder weave. Focusing on the weaves primarily, and the reels, yes, but only for helping you get your planes. It's not essential to maintain a perfect reel in either the front or the back plane. Finally, the neck reel. We arrive at the neck reel by unwinding one more time after the shoulder. So that is starting from elbow, unwind to shoulder, unwind again to neck. Trying to maintain a reel at the neck, I don't recommend, but being able to maintain a weave at the neck is very useful. I hope you have found this tutorial helpful. Next, I suggest taking a look at the reverse weaves tutorial. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please send a message.